point with this shit.
What is you trying to say? Say it again. Do you say his ears remind you of what now?
Of old boy ears from Star
Not
Trek,
Yoda.
the
You
Black
not trying to
Star.
say Yoda.
No, the Black Star Trek. When
The Black Star
old-
Trek.
Oh, yeah, he talking about Deep Space Nine, I think.
Yeah, when
you
he
talking about
Quinn, whatever his name, he's run like a bar, and he was an alien, and he was sneaky.
Oh, you talking about Quark?
Quark, that's
Quark.
what I do. This nigga look like Quark. I ain't telling you he don't look like Quark.
Come on, man. I ain't gonna let you sit and talk about CC like that, man.
Man, CC look like Quark.
He do look like Quark though. Like especially that head.
Thank you,
Top,
man. Somebody agree with me, nigga.
Yeah, that the ears. Yeah, his ears definitely look like. Because I think Quark was a Romulan, wasn't he? A Romulan?
Nah, he was a Ferengi.
Ferengi.
That nigga said that shit.
Ferengi.
Yeah, I know my Star Trek.
Got some Trekkies in this bitch.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sit there and hold you.
We got some Trekkies in this bitch. That's what I'm talking
You
about.
saw the new Star Trek that they're coming out with that's supposed to like be similar to, I guess, Janeway's Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? Like
Voyager type thing.
Yeah, because it's called Star Trek, which is I don't like all of these iterations of the same name. Like, come on, like, you know what I mean? Like, it starts to get. I mean, yeah, it is, but it starts to get convoluted, especially when you already had like 4 iterations already dropped. You had Picard, you had Discovery, you got Strange Worlds, you got what was the other one? Picard, Discovery, Strange Worlds, Section 31. Well, that was a movie. But yeah,
it was a movie.
Yeah.
But I agree.
Is this right? Are we on the right? Is this the right podcast?
No, it's not the right podcast. We haven't went live yet. So, we are live.
I have.
Oh, we are live. We are live.
What are we doing?
What are we doing here? Yeah, what are we doing?
All right,
go ahead.
Well, we were talking. The Solo, I believe, was attempting to roast CC Sabathia for looking like. It sounds like a Ferengi from Star Trek, which is hilarious.
It is.
Man, I wish you had a picture of him. You put it beside him, you'd be like, God dang.
You wish I had a picture of who? Of who? CC?
No.
I'm
talking about the alien.
Wow. You want me
if I had a picture, stick it right next to him, you'd be like,
oh, you give me a second.
I can see that he could have been a grandchild of him.
Wow.
A grandchild. Wow.
This is so
of one of the greatest pitchers that a baseball's ever seen. I got it.
How y'all know the Ferengi? I know he part of that clan. I know he part of that clan. I don't care what nobody say. From a whole nother picture, he still look like him. I'm done.
Hey, look, you better stop, man. CC pull up on you, boy. That's the 6'7", you know what I'm saying, 200+ pound man that may or may not take kindly to being called a Ferengi.
Well,
first of all, let me just say this. First of all, let me say something right now. I know he got mad issues because his face dry as fuck, but his underarms are kicking through his suit.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Somehow.
That brother
became a CC Sabathia roast.
Yeah,
and nobody told me. Nobody told me.
The purpose of me putting this on here was to celebrate CC Sabathia being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Who was done on the first ballot.
There, CC.
All right, we talking first ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot.
They only voted up. They only had to vote once. There wasn't not this time. Maybe next year. This black man, and I say black with the emphasis on the BLACK, because we're not talking black Latino. No offense to my Latino brethren out there that tote the flag, because we know y'all have African roots as well. But this is pure, 100% unadulterated American-born blackness who understands the impact of his role as a pitcher, being a black man, who knows what it means to be a black ace, which isn't just to be a black pitcher, is to win at least 20 games. Now, a lot of starters don't start but like 30, 35 games over the course of a whole season, right? Out of those, to win 20 makes you a black ace. There was one story about CC Sabathia. He won 19 games, and he was, I cannot remember, I'm going to have to look this up, but somebody fact check me. He was talking to another black pitcher who was like, yo, bro, I did it because he won a Cy Young. He was MVP this year. And then my man, I forget the pitcher's name, and it's gonna bother me until I remember. But he was like, yo, look at what we're doing for black folks. He was like, yeah, but you ain't a black ace. What you mean I ain't a black? He's like, I won a Cy Young. He's like, I had the MVP award. He's like, yeah, but you ain't win 20 wins. You ain't had 20 wins under your belt. And so he had to come back and get 20 wins, which means that, and I always tie, for me personally, I feel like the whole concept of pitchers winning and losing based on whether or not the defense, whether or not the team behind them can catch all of the balls that I have them hit from the inside of the park, or whether they ground it appropriately. I feel like it's a little unfair, but that's the way the game goes. But to be able to do that, accomplish it, and be able to have not nobody. I mean, he wasn't unanimous. Even Ichiro wasn't unanimous. But not nobody be like, nah, we need to wait and give CC another pass. Not this time around. First ballot, my nigga. First ballot.
Yeah. Boy, I want to celebrate him so good, brother. Listen, like right now, he deserved his flowers. He, being a brother that came out there. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to reach out to him. I'm going to let him know that Solo is going to sponsor his new hair product, Solo hair products. You can get this hair product anytime you want to. He gonna grow his hair back. We gonna start with Vince. You see what we did for Ty. So Ty usually is bald as shit. But you see what we did for Ty. Ty was bald as shit and came to me one day. He said, you should make that into a product. We're gonna have the Solo hair product for my boy CC because he deserve it. Congratulations, brother. We're gonna be sending this to you immediately. I'm gonna reach out to you after the show.
You stupid. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I got more to say. This is Stand Up Sports Bar. Let's have some fun. Well, not only is CC Sabathia in the news, and not only did he make it into the Hall of Fame from Major League Baseball, in addition to two other prominent black men. In fact, this year, of the 5 inductees, 3 of those 5 were black men, prominent black men. And again, I do put the emphasis on black men, not necessarily black Latino, not to take anything away from the Roberto Clementes and the Juan Marichals, but it's also really dope when you're black. Dude that you look up to, came from a city near you, or listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony coming up, shit like that. And he's a dude from Cali, and he says he was raised in Indiana, even though he was just there to play baseball. But yeah, man, New York loves him. I got a New York dude on here now, which will say, I ain't even looking at him, but I can tell you right now, ain't nobody in the state or city of New York talking down on CC Sabathia. Even when he was playing for the Brewers, this motherfucker garnished the respect of the entire industry. So not only him, but Dick Allen, and yeah, it's Dick. He's like the last standing Dick. Like, they don't really call. You don't really make dicks no more. Dick.
Yeah, right? They don't make dicks like that no more.
Boy, stop it. Y'all stop it right now.
Down in the name. Son, would you name your son Dick at this age? Solo, would you name with your daughter after she's grown and married came to you was like, oh, we're gonna name our grandson Dick Robinson? You know what I'm saying? Like, would you object? Be like, hold on, not Dick.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let Ty handle this.
I'm gonna be like, do you hate him? Do you hate your child? You must hate him because you're setting him up for all kind of jokes. Like,
oh man, I should call my comedian friend Dick Dickinson. I said Carl Dick Dickerson Red. Now you know he been living his whole life with the name. His daddy named Dick. He a junior. The Dick Dickerson Jr.
Yeah, that's too much dick. Like you like that. That's when you Dick Dickerson, like like
that's too much dick.
I think I know him. I think I know who you talk about. He wear glasses, right? He wear glasses?
Nah, Dick is from he's from Dayton, Ohio. No, he's from yeah, heard me for saying that. He's from Sugarnet, you know,
Saginaw, Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah, he a Draymond Green fan, but he live in Dayton, Ohio. I think it's.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
I'm dead serious, man. I'm dead serious, man. That's too much dick.
Yes.
To not call that dick.
Yeah. All right, well, Dick Allen, man, who hasn't played in a while, but here's the reason why you should be a fan as a black baseball player or a black baseball fan of Dick Allen. Dick Allen was outspoken. You know, a lot of folks are familiar with the whole notion of Jackie Robinson being courted by Branch Rickey, and being told, one of the first things he was told was, look, I know you want to the motherfuckers talking shit, but we need you to just not do that right now. You know what I'm saying? He's like, come on, man. He's like, look, we're gonna make a lot of
baseball.
Money.
We just need you to play baseball.
You're gonna change history. But when that motherfucker call you the N-word 100 times when we walk in through the tunnel, I need you to ignore it. I need you to not be Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Dick Allen was Muhammad Ali. Okay, a lot of people don't know his name because they tried to blackball him, like, because like they ain't want him speaking up. Like, he was in Philly, and they were like, "Yo, this shit is racist." like they tried to change his name. He had always gone by Dick Allen, but they tried to turn him into Richie. You know what I'm saying? Because his name is Richard. You know what I'm saying? But they call him Dick. They started trying to call him Richie. Like, they were going to the Richie. So today you hit a double. He's like, well, yeah, you know, but he never really liked it. And when he had a problem, he would speak about it. And for that, the Philly, which I frankly think is the hardest market of all baseball markets. I put it over both New York boroughs. I think Philly's the hardest market because they don't wait till you're having a bad game to boo. They boo at the first bad play. Like, the first time you miss a ground ball, they booing your ass. You could be up by 10. So Philly gonna boo your ass. And so that same city, the city that Kurt Flood refused to go to from St. Louis and ended up quitting, like, Dick Allen was immersed in that motherfucker, had no choice. He had to play there. And for that, he stuck his neck out. I want to read y'all an article, but I don't know if it'll take up too much time. But it just kind of speaks on the plight of Dick Allen.
The plight of Dick. That sounds like
I am done.
Like a porno.
I am done with Vince Taylor. I am done with Vince Taylor. Vince Taylor has reached the epitome of censorship.
Okay, look. All right, maybe. All right, we don't want to talk too much Dick. All right, you know what I'm saying? But I just got a little bit of Dick. You need Dick in your life. You need some Dick. Hey,
ain't nothing else you can say, brother, can make it worse than where you at. It's the way
your life.
Hey Vince. First of all, how do they? I'm just curious because this has been a long, and this is probably a little bit off kilter, but I'm just going to just you know, for a second. Where do you derive, like, where does one derive Dick from the name Richard?
Do it. I'm glad you asked.
Where does one, like, because I mean, like I've always wondered this thing, like, William is Bob or Bill. Bill.
Right.
Richard is Dick. What else? What are the other?
Wait, your name is Galen, right? They just call you.
Yeah,
that's Solo. It's Galen.
Yeah.
So
trust me. Anything.
So,
but remember, back then the name Gay wasn't so prevalent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't so big. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm trying to say? It wasn't so big. You know. You know, it's crazy because I can hear the word in my head, and I know in my head It sounds clearer than what I'm saying. It sounds better than how y'all said.
Solo just answered.
When it come out my mouth, nigga, it's something else.
Solo literally just answered our question. I'm like, why? Where does the word dick come from, Richard? And I just realized it comes from people like Solo. Yeah. Somebody said his name's Richard, and they was like, dick? No, Richard. He was like, dick? Like, no. Say it with me. Richard. Dick. It was like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, this dick.
What about like there's Richard, there's William to Bill, there's Robert to Bob, right? Like there they call Louis Robert Jr. in Chicago, they call him Lou Bob.
Lou Bob. Yeah.
I don't know where this happens, but I know if you get into the world of baseball, they gonna make you a nickname real quick. Like if your name is like everybody gets a nickname almost immediately. Look, right now there's a dude named Nick Hertz, right? Who's out there hitting. He just had a perfect game, hit 6 times at 6 at bats, 4 of those home runs.
Oh wow!
On these athletics and 6 RBIs.
Did this happen over the weekend?
Yeah. They call him the Big Amish. Like there's also obviously Cal Riley, who I saw not too long ago in Seattle. They call him the Big Dumper. Y'all know why they call him the Big Dumper?
Because he got a big butt.
Because he
got
a big butt.
I would think that's what I would think that's why you call somebody the Big Dumper. Like I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know what I'm saying.
Maybe you're wrong.
But with the other guy you just said, the big Amish, that's a little different, right? Because Amish speaks to where he derives from, or like if they call him the Big Amish, maybe because well that's what I'm saying. He may come from an Amish town, like he may come from, which is why they call him the Big Amish. But that's totally different than what we're talking about, which is someone's name being Richard, and you're like, okay, Dick also means Richard. Like,
I don't know where that came from. I have no idea.
Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. If you look at it like this, stand where you at. The name Will and Bill. Some people will call them Bill, even though their name is Will.
Huh?
Yeah.
Don't mess
like
with
Billy
Bill.
And Willie. Bill, Will, same thing. My son Will.
It's an incoherent thought. The whole thing is like William Shatner. They'll call Bill. You know what I'm saying? And like William H. Clinton. That's Bill Clinton, right? Robert Wagner, Bob. But yeah, I don't see no, like my name is Vince. Some folks will call me Vinny. You know what I'm saying? But that's my family. All right. If you call me Vinny and I don't know you, it's like, who is you? I don't.
But isn't Vinny
how that comes from? Let's look it up.
Italian name?
That's Vincenzo.
No, okay, where did Vince come from? Where the name Vince come
from? Vincenzo.
Okay, Vincenzo. Who is Vince? That's a
Vincenzo is an Italian name. Is Vincenzo.
So it came from
and a lot of times.
Oh, this is even stupider.
Look. Matter of fact, there was a movie, and the man's name was Vin, but everybody called him Vinny. What was that? Was that My Cousin Vinny?
My cousin Vinny.
His name was Vincenzo. Something, a long name. He had a long
name. For Joe Pesci.
You could just call me Vinny.
I'm reading Google. Listen to what this says. This is gonna make you angry.
Okay.
The name Dick is a diminutive. Say that, Solo.
A diminutive.
Man, fuck you.
Diminutive or shortened version of the name Richard. This name evolved through a process of rhyming nicknames in medieval England, where Richard was shortened to Rick and then rhymed with Dick. It rhymed. That's all you got to do is rhyme. Well,
wow.
So I like if your name is Robert, why not Rob instead of Bob? Why the Bob part? Like I feel like Bob should be for Bobbert.
Well, I mean, if you're going based off what you just said, if I was to change Robert to Rob and then rhymed it with Bob, then it makes sense. But
why not Cobb? No, why not Hob? Why not Job?
Well, this is the whole reason we're having this conversation. Is I was like, well, where does this derive from? And basically, what you just explained to me is it derived from out of just thin air. Somebody just was one day playing with their homie and was like, "Yo, man, hey Rick, man, your name sounds like Dick. I'm gonna call you Dick."
Yeah, exactly that right there. Exactly.
He's like, Rick the Dick. You got two stoned dudes just sitting there like, bro.
Nah, but there has to be
shit, man.
There has to
Rick's
be.
new name is Dick.
But the way that they named folks Dick back in the day, Dick couldn't have meant the same thing it means today. Like they must have said something else other than Dick. I don't know. It couldn't have been the
no. They
so
did.
Like back in the
Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon was called Tricky Dicky. Tricky Dicky. You better watch out for Tricky Dicky. He comes through the back door.
And left out the back door. This nigga.
Yo, you added that part.
I'm just saying. Tricky Dicky was always in back rooms making backroom deals. Yeah. So that's why, like the whole Watergate scandal was a backroom deal. You know what I'm saying? That was made public. So I mean, it was like well, not a backroom deal, but it was it was more shit that.
And even so, you're so right. Even so, today's president do that every day now. Everything Nixon was doing back then, trying to hide, these motherfuckers do it in your face now. Straight up, we gonna do this deal.
Yeah.
Social media has programmed, has like people don't want to talk about it, but it's programmed people to be disconnected from the truth. And that's to say, like we've always had these conversations about narratives and how one can create a narrative, and if you have enough people to support that narrative, all of a sudden it now becomes fact within your own microcosm of a world. So you know what I'm saying? So in your world, if I say this and then I get say 1,000 people to agree with me, now all of a sudden I have some type of following that supports this notion of truth or whatever. Right. Even if that even exists anymore, who knows? But hey, I don't want to get too much. I don't want to get too caught up in that. Let's get back to the sports, man. Let's get on it.
Nah. I'm with you. But you all bring up good points. But the fact of the matter is, yes, Dick is no longer as common as a name as it used to be. Though there are still plenty of Dicks in this day and age. But just a quick moment about a quick fact about Dick, and then I can move on. This dude was Dick was hella sensitive.
Yeah, man. For some reason, Dick needed you to stroke his ego.
Yeah, man. He ain't had a conversation with Dick in a long time.
No, it took a lot to make Dick come to
Man, I'm done. I'm done.
Dick was a hard man to get to Dick was you could never call him soft.
There was nothing soft about Dick.
Man, I'm done.
You can never call this Dick soft.
Dick always knew how to find the gap. He can always find the hole on the field. I gotta shout out Dick.
Yeah, we gotta give a shout out. I know people are wondering what the show don't win.
All the balls came his way, and
all the balls came his way.
Take that hard back,
ladies and gentlemen.
We would like to not shy away from thrusting that bat.
Dick was one of the hardest. Dick was one of the hardest swingers I've ever seen in his day.
When Dick grabbed the wood,
put the camera on me, ladies and gentlemen. I got to. I ain't got no choice. I have no choice. Where is my shot? Where is my shot? Run that beautiful boom, run that beautiful. Because I gotta tell y'all about this.
We
gotta pray for.
For one thing, he talked about quitting baseball before reluctantly signing for a 1965 season. Allen took issue with the notion that rookies should be paid like rookies, even after a rookie of the year season. I had a good year. I want to be paid for it, he explained. Like, you're a meat salesman working for me and you do an outstanding job during the week and you want your dust money on Friday. You don't want it 3 years from now. You want it Friday. You entitled to it. Allen even talked about going back to Wampa and working in the mill. In the mill, I could have lived like a human being, at least not be on my knees crawling for a raise. This dude was in the major leagues and he was not happy about it because they were treating him like shit. And he was one of the first to speak up about it. Him, along with Kurt Flood, were some of these folks that would speak up and actually advocated before the NPAA. The Players Alliance. He actually spoke up and gave folks a voice, the ones that felt like they were not heard, especially the baseball players who were busting their ass, and then basically told, look, you're not even allowed to have a say in your trade or not. So this is one of the things that Dick Allen was very prominent about. Another couple things real quick. This is, I think, is pretty funny. You know who Frank Thomas is, right?
Absolutely. Chicago White Sox, man. Come on, so, big hurt.
In July of that same season, Allen got into a fight with teammate Frank Thomas, Thomas was known to be pretty abrasive and sarcastic. He had been needling Allen for some time. Dick of the Daily News wrote, Thomas was getting to Allen, who is still a kid and has a low boiling point. Allen wears a pretty good sized chip on his shoulder. And when Frank Thomas passed some crack during their exchange, comparing Richie's mouth to that of Cassius Clay, Allen read racial derogation into the remark, and the fight started. You hear what I'm trying to tell y'all? Like, Dick Allen was not no bullshit. My man was speaking the truth, and there was some folks like Frank Thomas who was like, "Oh, you, Cassius Clay," and he was like, "What the fuck is you saying, nigga?" He was like, "What are you saying?" You know what I'm saying? Like, go Google Frank Thomas' wife. I'm gonna just leave that there. So then it says, note that Allen's sensitivity was the problem. Young swore that Thomas was a good Catholic who wasn't a bigot. At any rate, Allen punched Thomas. Thomas hit Allen in the shoulder with a bat. Thomas, who only had about 100 at-bats left in his career, was placed on waivers. Allen wasn't punished, but the fans turned against him. So did many in the press because he spoke up. Frank Thomas should not have hit Richie Allen in the shoulder with a baseball bat. He should have hit him in the head, wrote Pennsylvania columnist Ed Herbert. This is what happened. Dick Allen lived through all of this. This was what he had to get through. Now, mind you, while this is happening, he's batting 300. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's out there hitting the ball. He's slugging. Some of his stats, just so I don't just speak a bunch of bullshit and y'all be like, oh yeah, whatever. He just says whatever. This is some of his stats from around that time. So in this time, he was one of the most fierce. He had the 7-time All-Star. He was a most valuable player, Rookie of the Year. All right. And I see here that I lost the stats. I freaking clicked off the stats. I'd get back to y'all with the stats. But trust, it was over 300. I can promise you that.
Okay. Well, can I stop you for a second, man? Because this is.
Here it is. I found it. Let me just get He batted 318 with 29 home runs. This is in 64. 29 home runs, batting 318 and 91. Led baseball, all of baseball, with 125 runs, 13 triples, had 201 hits in the National League with 352 total bases. This is one season. And this is the same year he had those issues. So yeah, he had to fight his way through not only what he dealt with racial issues in Philly, but also with his own teammates, which we know that the Hall of Famers sometimes are composed, the ones who vote, in addition to the Baseball Writers Association, also some of the players vote for and I would assume that that's why he never made it first ballot. You know, Dick Allen almost didn't make it. So I just thought that was worth, because we spotlight black players. And
well, it's also worth noting that Frank Thomas at the time was 6'5", 240 pounds, and Dick Allen was 5'11" and 200 plus pounds. So I mean, the fact that Dick at 5'11", swung up to hit Frank Thomas, and Frank Thomas's reaction at 6'5" and 240 pounds was, I'm going to hit this man with a bat because whatever he just hit me with felt like a bat. He must have hit the shit out of Frank for Frank to react with a bat, bro. Like,
because think about it, he ain't lying.
6'5". Yo, Frank Thomas, in my recollection, was one of the biggest baseball players I have ever seen. Like ever in life. Frank Thomas was huge for a baseball player. So for Dick to be so mad or thrown aback by the comment that Frank Thomas said, for him to swing on a 6'5", 240 man, that's all I need to know. That's everything I need to know right there.
Yeah. Basically, he ain't
no intimidation. No intimidation.
Okay, like yo.
He said, "What you do? What?"
Frank Thomas' name was like the Big Hurt.
The Big Hurt.
Like this dude, like he was so tired. I remember seeing him on the cover of Beckett. Did you used to get Beckett?
Yes.
Baseball card?
I got Beckett right behind me right now. What are you talking about? I got Beckett right there in the back right now.
Him and Fred McGriff was on the cover one year, and one month, and I was like looking at like it doesn't look real. Like he looks inflated, like Frank Thomas does. Yeah. So for this little man to go up against a dude that compares to Aaron Judge, like I'd say he's bigger than Aaron Judge. Like
no, he was at his biggest. At
least wider.
Like at his big, because remember he was at points in his career he was dealing with weight issues because at first he was just solid, but then he started to kind of bulk up a little bit, and they was like, oh, he's a little out of shape. But I remember as a kid watching Frank Thomas and being like, this is the biggest baseball player I have ever seen in my life. And to this day, I cannot recall. I think Cecil Fielder might have been the next biggest player, and he was just big. Like Cecil was just enormous. Like Cecil was round. He was round. He was a round mound of pound. He was a round mound of pound.
I'm done.
So I don't think Cecil was his biggest Prince.
What? You wildin'. Cecil was definitely bigger than Prince. What? You wildin'. You better look back. Cecil, because Cecil played for the Minnesota Twins. If I'm Detroit, he played for the Royals.
I thought Cecil played for the Royals, okay. But you could be right.
Yeah, maybe. But yes, at one point Cecil was closer to 300 pounds. I want to say at his biggest in
the Tigers and the Blue Jays.
And the Blue Jays, Tigers and the Blue. I knew it was a Tiger. Well, I know he played for the Tigers.
Yeah, the Blue
Tigers.
I pictured the blue uniform. But yeah, let me see.
Cecil was way bigger than Prince, bro. Way bigger.
Really?
Did you say
y'all
really?
supposed to be fact checking?
All right, yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay.
I know I'm right.
Damn.
I didn't need to fact check.
Wait, hold on. I still don't know if he's bigger than Prince, but he was bigger than I recall. I don't recall.
He was bigger than Prince, bro.
Being this big. I don't know.
Cecil was called the round mound of pound. Like Cecil at one point was supremely overweight. Like I think this was later in his career when he just was a DH. He was not playing in the outfield. He was not doing anything. This nigga was just hitting balls. Cecil Fielder, I think. Matter of fact, let me. I'll Google what his biggest weight was. Let me see what was his largest weight.
Yeah, you can Google it. I think I'm looking at what I got. I got him at 300, something like that. But yeah, this son is on the bottom solo, and his dad is on the top. And I have the Cecil Fielder baseball cards when he was in Toronto, and he was not that big in Toronto, if I recall. I just remember the blue jersey.
Is that early in his career? Was he played for Toronto first?
This doesn't necessarily represent his weight at all times. Obviously, he might have been bigger than this. I do see some pictures of him
about genetics
where he's much bigger.
God.
Yeah. Like here's another picture of him, a little bigger. There's a son at the bottom.
That's Prince. The one that's playing now.
Now Prince is retired. I'm talking
Prince about that's the one that the son.
Yeah.
So
the one that's
what?
Now.
So
no, nobody's playing now.
All right. So this is what I get. So they're saying he was reported at 280 pounds, at his biggest. What they're saying is Prince Fielder's arms were larger than Cecil's. So they're saying that So Prince, when Prince came out, and you remember this, Prince was solid when he first came out. He was a solid, bulky, like, very, very just kind of stocky dude. Then as his career progressed, he started dealing with the weight problems and he started getting a little bigger. So in your defense, and I think to the credit of what you're saying, Prince's son his physique was different from Cecil. Cecil, I feel like, was always around mound. He still was kind of, husky, but he was always, a plump dude. Like, I think they said he played at a weight between 230 and 280, likely around 265 on average. That's what Cecil was playing at, around 265 on average. So, Prince, who they say was also known for his large build, with one Reddit thread noting Prince's arms were larger than his father's.
Yeah, I just feel like, just looking at the two of them, it feel like Prince just was just a huskier dude. But I'll leave that alone. I also, if you recall, did have an opportunity to speak with Prince Fielder not too long ago. So I saw him and his mask in person. I never got a chance to see his pops, but yeah, he's a short, stocky dude like that. Looks like he punches meat bags on the weekends. And you see folks like that, and you don't forget it. And I think his dad was a little taller too, which probably helped him. His width and versus his bulk and size. But
he's not even the largest. He's not even the largest recorded baseball player in MLB history is Walter Young, and who played, I believe, for the Orioles, and he was 6'5", 322 pounds. Then you have Felix Bautista, who was active, I believe.
He's playing right now for the Orioles. Yeah,
6'8", 285 pounds. So both of which are bigger than Cecil Felder. So yeah.
You know what Felix's walkout music is? He comes out to the Wire's theme when Omar used to come out whistling. How Omar, he comes out to the Omar whistle. But yeah, just thought that was an interesting, because I was listening to one of the commentators like, yeah, he comes out to this whistle thing, and I think, man, that's Omar. You don't get, like, he's trying to say like, yo, trouble's around the corner. Like, you got to be up on the wire to know about that type of shit. But yeah, shout out to CC, another member. Hold on, did I get a chance to play this for you real quick? Oh yeah, while I was at Rickwood, which you can see Prince Fielder right here next to CC Sabathia, squatting down in the very front, right here, coming up here, bim. So there's Prince stood up. See, that nigga stopped, man.
He was like, "This shit hurt my knees." Like, take a picture. Take the picture, damn it.
I have to take that shit.
Look, when he rolls up real ever so slowly. He was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, I had a chance to speak a few words.
Away with the medal for home run derby, bro. How I feel, man? You back, bro? I'm saying, like, was there any point in time you was worried? Because I know Andrew had you with the 4. He did. You know what I mean? And then you was hitting them off to the right field. Like, ain't no point in time was you worried at all?
I mean, a little bit, because, I'm going against Andrew. So, I mean, anytime, he has, 400 homers?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's one of the greatest, so it was tough.
But you knew you had it, though. And how you feel, man? Your team, man, they pulled it off, bro. You proud?
Oh, man, it's awesome. Awesome feeling, awesome field,
got to get better at that. I was just happy to be in the moment.
In the present.
I've got to come a little bit more prepared. I'm just saying a bunch of shit. They're like, all right, whatever. My best interviews were with I think with CC, which is a real quick one, and with Ryan Howard, who found me. Like I said, Ryan Howard came back and found me again. It's like, yo, St. Paul. Like, he called me St. Paul dude, like, because that's the thing.
I mean, y'all did talk about it. I mean, like, so the fact that it definitely, cool. You touched on something that was close to his heart. He was like, oh, he got excited. He lit up when you started the St. Paul. Oh,
you gotta find that niche. Yeah. The last thing I'll say real quick, and then we'll get off of this. And I'm gonna let Solo yield the mic to him because I know he got a lot of things to say. Not only did Dick get in, but Dave got in. All right, Dave Parker, also known as the Cobra. All right, won't speak too much on him, but just know that Dave Parker was a member of the excuse me. Yes, am I right? I believe yes. Dave Parker was a member of the 1971 We Are Family Eagles. If you recall those Eagles. I said Eagles. I'm sorry. Pirates. But the Pirates, this is just after Roberto Clemente unfortunately passed away when he was on his mission to drop off some some things to Puerto Ricans to Puerto Rico for after being in a natural disaster. Dave Parker was an outspoken dude, like, and when I say like this is why I like bigging up Dave Parker. Because we sit and talk about like black people in the sport, and then we have like some folks that are kind of like, all right, I don't want to. How do I say this without throwing shade? All right, let me just put it like this. Dave Parker was a real nigga. Let me just put it like that. Like Dave Parker was a real nigga. Like this was a shit talking, pop my mouth at the media ass. Fuck what you gotta say. I'm here to say what the fuck I gotta say, ass nigga. And he didn't give a fuck. He confident as hell, knew that he was, I guess, the eye of a lot of women that were watching the sport. You know how niggas is when they got pretty eyes and shit. They always think they better than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Ty. You niggas walk around like, yeah, nigga, you might have muscles, but look at these eyes, nigga. Like, fuck you, nigga, fuck your eyes. But yeah, so Dave Parker, man, this dude was hella cold. He was known as saying, yo, when the leaves turn brown, I'll be wearing the batting crown. Basically saying, like, listen, don't worry about what's going on in the season. I might slump, whatever, but when it's come time for me to show and play, I'm finna pull on up. Dave Parker, dude died before he got to get a chance to give his Hall of Fame speech because he had Parkinson's in his last few years. But the good news is he was not inducted into the Hall of Fame posthumously because he was aware that he had been given the call. He got the call. He took the call. He was made aware that he was in the Hall of Fame, and unfortunately, he passed away a month before he got a chance to give his speech. But the funny part is, guys, and I hope this does not lose me, is his son was able to give a speech on his behalf at Cooperstown this weekend, and his son read a poem that his dad had wrote, and it was pretty funny. But before I get into this poem, it looks like we may have a special guest in the house. So Solo, I want to give you an opportunity, if it's cool. We want to go ahead and introduce your boy, if you don't mind, kind sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the one and only. Yeah. Anyway, every week we try to bring in a guest. Now we don't matter what guest it be, but good points are if they're comedians. Ooh, that's even great because it's a comedy, loves sports. But this guy right here is not only just sports known; he used to actually play it professionally in everything. He is. I think my boy is from Indianapolis. Y'all show your love for the one and only comedian KJ. KJ, where you at, boy?
I'm right here. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. See, what up there, KJ?
I'm from Minneapolis, not Indianapolis.
don't, hey man, hey.
Minneapolis. I'm from Minneapolis, the home of Prince, man.
Yo, hold on, yo.
Don't bring your ass up in here.
KJ, yo, Indianapolis is how Solo pronounces Minneapolis.
He gonna loan me for a long time. He gonna talk to me, and you know I'm fucking up everything.
Hey, how do you know Dave? Excuse me, how you know KJ Solo?
Oh man, I've known KJ for quite some time, man. I think we started off as internet friends, and then it went from there. KJ is a very funny comedian, travels all over the world, and y'all gonna enjoy his point of view when it comes to sports because he always talking about it. I said you need to come on the show.
It's good to meet you, KJ, man. I'm sorry you have to deal with the lack of enunciation from our colleague Solo, man. You know how that is, but how long you been in the game, man? I mean, you've been
20 years.
I understand you've done a whole lot of things, and I hate because I'm just getting to meet you. I hate to take away from all the accomplishments by not necessarily listing them off at the rip. But yeah, man, how's it been in the game, and what's your experience with comedy and sports?
I've been in the comedy game about 20 years. I played D1. I played semi-pro basketball. Can you hear me okay? Hold on, let me turn this.
Not hearing as well. It's a little low, but it's okay. We can hear you okay.
Let me turn this all the way up. I'm going to have to close this door. I'm at this brewery setting up a sound system for a show.
Oh, he in confessional. Y'all see him up there? Oh, he in a whole.
He said he set up a sound system.
Oh, he setting up sound. Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. All right, I didn't mean to do all that. Hey, is KJ
that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, man.
No, you good. Go ahead, man, please.
So anyway, yeah, I played sports. That's my background before I got into comedy. I started here in Minneapolis and, travel a lot. Sometimes I do shows overseas and I do clean, corporate, all different range of comedy from, comedy club to comedy for mental health and people out of recovery. So I'm 13 years sobriety. Yeah, I do anything to get out of the house and out of my house rest program with the wife and the kids. So I do anything.
Yeah, I know that's right, man. So
get out of that program.
What sports were you?
Basketball.
Or maybe Solo. You did more basketball. You said basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
Do you still keep up with it?
Yeah, I play twice a week, matter of fact, man. And I have a son at the University of Milwaukee, about 6'7", 6'8". He plays soccer and basketball. So I still play I still play to train him. So I told him, when he can beat me, then he ready for the next level. But I ain't letting him win because I got experience. He got youth, athleticism, and power, but I got experience. So I'll be tearing that ass up. Just be laughing. Go ahead.
Was there a point in time while you were embedded in the world of sports that you were thinking, I'd rather do comedy? Did comedy come as an alternative, or was there a decision you had to make as a result of being so talented at both?
For me, when you get out of sports, man, you got to find something else to do. And like for me, I spent 17 years in the classroom as a high school teacher, special ed, level 1 through 4, and when Obama was in office, I came out of an improv theater. They gave me a scholarship. So I did improv for a year, and then I came out of there. And then after that, I got a taste of a little bit of success. I had 5 viral videos at the forefront of YouTube when they was producing comedy, sketch comedy. But I came out of improv theater, and then I decided that once one of my instructors said I should try stand-up. And then for about a year, I like the first few shows, they were going okay, and then, I had to understand how to write stand-up joke because you can't do sketch on stage. You have to learn how to write stand-up. So I immersed myself in the writing process. As a former educator, some of us, comedy is going to be different. Some of us going to be witty, smarty, smart, intelligent, you know, and some of those comedies just gonna be different. So I just found my lane in being myself, talking about health and wellness, sports, family, raising 5 sons. So yeah, I've kind of fell into it at an afterthought, wondering what I'm gonna do after sports and stuff. So after Obama was in office, I got laid off. I collected unemployment for 3 years. Every extension they gave me, I took, and I just kept going. And it's been a wonderful journey ever since, man. I mean,
I feel like that shouldn't be how that happened. The first black president goes into office, and the first thing that happens is he loses his job and gets put on unemployment. It's almost like they traded positions. I think
look, I needed to get out of the classroom because, you know, I did this bit about where a kid from Hurricane Katrina, man, tried to knock me out, and he missed, but I didn't. Yeah, and they gave me a week off with pay and a gift certificate for Ruby Tuesday, man. The principal thanked me for knocking this grown-ass kid out. And it got to be a problem. I was bad teacher before I was bad teacher. I had some female students talking about, girl, he was over my mom's house last night, because, you know, I was single back then. Girl, he was over my cousin's house.
They just tell all your business.
So when I got laid off, it was appropriately due for me to try something else. Because, you know, even the kid I knocked out, I met his mom at the club, and we had parent-teacher conference that night, and I didn't know that I was his mom until she said, I put 2 and 2 together. She said, I'm from New Orleans. I said, yeah, I got a kid from New Orleans. I got that everywhere. He said, hey, Mr. KJ, what you doing at my house? I was like, God damn, man.
KJ took that community outreach. Literally, he was like,
I'm just gonna go get it.
I knew it was time for me to get out and try. So I'm doing this comedy full-time, acting, writing, script writing. I'm doing it all, artists. I got a great wife, man, great partner. She's a team player, and it allows me to have fun, man. She understands the game, the ebbs and flow with the money and stuff like that. We just put our heads together and make things happen, man. So that's
what's
how
up.
I fell into it, man. And, but yeah, I still hoop twice a week. I tell y'all a funny story, man. I was hooping the other day, right? And the young boys, they don't like to lose, man. They get mad when they lose to an OG. They call me OG and shit like that. So apparently a group of these cats didn't know I played. So I come over on the sideline. Can I cuss? Is it okay to cuss on
Yeah, go ahead and say what the fuck you want to say. Don't cuss. Don't say shit or fuck or none of that. Only we can say shit like that.
I can't cuss.
Motherfucker, this is a family show.
Are you fucking with me?
Yeah. This nigga. Stop.
So anyway, all right, the other day I'm playing, right? I hit 3 or 4 buckets in a row. Then I hit 4 buckets in a row the second game and 3 buckets. So I went 3 game winners. I hit 3 game winners. You know, I'm hot. You know, sometimes you get a vortex. So I come over the sideline, y'all, and the young boys say, you got to guard that old motherfucker. So I get offended. I said, who you calling an old motherfucker? You don't know my history and my background. You don't know I played pro ball back in the day. And matter of fact, I could have fucked your mama back in the day. What's your mama name? He said, Joyce. I said, yeah, I fucked about 5 or 6 Joyce back in the day. I would get a DNA test, but you too sorry in basketball, you fucking loser. Wow. Take this L and take your ass home. Tell your mama I said hello, by the way. Tell her I might be by for dinner.
That man don't play.
Boy said, man, you can't talk shit with an OG, not just the OG, but a comedian too, because we will light your ass up.
Oh, man.
That's what's up, man. Yo, I'm assuming that the sport you probably follow the most is basketball, with you cussing out the white.
I follow a little baseball. I follow football too. A little baseball when World Series come. I follow football. I follow definitely basketball. And I used to like tennis when Serena was playing, but after Serena gone,
ain't no reason.
She's not gone. She's not gone. In fact, recently,
she coming back.
if I'm not mistaken,
Venus
she just won a bout Like, damn,
A
I'm not
celebrity, bro.
This is why this show is.
Just so you know, Vince, in tennis they're not called bouts. That's
Yeah, she want to
boxing.
match. Excuse me, my bad. I'm mad.
Yeah.
I do that every now and then. Serena she just did her thing.
Hey.
She had a. Go ahead, Solo.
There she go. That's my baby.
She lost weight.
Hey, man, but she got more jiggles back there since she had the baby.
No, she
Yeah, it used to be tough. It used to be strong back there. They ain't move too much, but now it's just shaking all over the place. That's what babies do. Babies unloose the booty. It just unlooses. After that, the booty ain't tight like that no more.
All right, well.
She definitely lost some ass.
Yeah, she lost, man. Pissed me off.
What she lost? She lost what? What do y'all say?
It's the tightness of it. It's the way it used to be. Now it's like.
Serena used to be thicker than a brisket, man. She
a brisket. Tell him.
Like we're not gonna act like Serena wasn't the first stallion. She was. She was the first stallion.
I used to call her brisket. I said, look at that brisket there, boy.
Yeah, she was. Fuck a Megan. She was the original
That's
Megan.
code word for thick in Texas. Brisket.
Okay.
Look at her.
Yeah, that's this version.
Snapback
is a fit. This is a fit version of Serena. Which that's the fit version.
Yeah, you're right. Oh,
yeah, she done lost a lot of weight.
She lost a lot of weight. She was way
but
thicker than that.
Yes, she did.
Y'all know how hard it is. I mean, I don't know by experience, but I would assume based on what I'm hearing is that it's very difficult after having a baby, especially when you're getting older, to maintain that body. So I would assume that if she has to if she's doing what she feels is overcorrecting in order to make sure that she doesn't end up being over the weight that she wants to be, I would assume that might be a thing. But that's just me. But I wish somebody who knew what the fuck was talking about could tell me what the hell Serena did, because I knew she was in the news recently. I just don't know what it was for exactly. Ty, do you know I know she won a match or did some shit.
I didn't know that Serena was still. I thought Serena was retired from tennis.
Venus just won a match. Her sister
was it Venus?
Okay, yeah, it must have been Venus, because I think Serena has no reason whatsoever to come back to tennis.
I don't think
she married a billionaire or something like that. So I don't think
he's just a billionaire. He was a super, like in his 20 biggie.
Well, I mean, still a billionaire.
I mean,
she
ain't a regular billionaire. She could reach a billion herself. Yeah, she did it. She did a Janet Jackson.
Plus, he
find you one with the bread.
Oh, he was her trainer?
Yeah, he was her trainer.
Yeah.
And he said, "Look, I've been training you, massaging this good boom boom. And I want some of that."
He snuck through the back door, y'all.
That's what he said.
He stole one. He stole one.
I was unaware.
Got up in there. Look at him. He was like this, like a real cold-blooded white man.
But a lot of
y'all talk about the difference in Serena. This is Venus.
Yeah, that's Venus.
Yeah.
Venus came back and won the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, she's the one that won. And this is real. This is
Venus
silly as
in this
hell.
picture look like
because they informed me that I'm on Cobra. Listen to this.
Started training. She's actually not lying about that, because we talked about that about 6 years ago. So you're actually telling the truth. You know, insurance is hard.
Insurance, you guys know what it's like. And let me tell you, I'm always at the doctor. So I need this insurance. I had to come back for the insurance because they informed me earlier this year I'm on Cobra. So I was like, I got to get my benefits on.
Yo, that is so real. That's the realest shit ever.
That is
She had to get a job to get benefits.
Yeah.
She couldn't ask her sister for a quick million.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess not. You're like, nah, I'm independent.
Hell no.
I
Make your money. Can you ask your sister for a quick million?
Yo, so Serena's husband was a self-made billionaire. He co-founded the platform Reddit. And his net, and while it says his net worth is estimated at 150 million, making him a billionaire, according to Wikipedia.
I don't pay no attention to Wikipedia.
I don't know. Net worth is estimated at 150 million, but making him a billionaire. I don't know how that.
Is that fake news? That's too
could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, that's
wow. Well, they both have left the brothers behind.
She looked like Meek Mills and Drag.
Interesting. I listen. That's a whole deeper story that we can address later on. But yeah, it's definitely because KJ, you brought up a good point. A lot of brothers had to date Serena and Venus. Some brothers did date Serena, but I don't remember too many brothers dating Venus, and not at least not publicly. And the fact that both of them have decided to engage in relationships with white men could be an indicator of how we may have treated them or how they think we may have treated them.
Hold up. We didn't treat them. See, the thing is she is a product of her environment. She was surrounded by a majority of white people. So her choices gonna be a lot of white. Now, hold up. Serena went out there and started messing with a couple of NBA players. But y'all remember she was out there doing her little thing to the side. But yeah, eventually she decided to land with the white dude. And that was a choice. She could have went back to the brother. She could have shit. I was out there waving the picture, talking about please pick me. But she wouldn't pick no brother. So that's just what it is. I believe that it's a product of the environment because I started looking at it better. Okay, Vincent, let's look at it like this. Come on now, y'all ask me in my line. If you raise your child in a commonly white neighborhood and she goes to school with a bunch of white boys, she eventually gonna bring one of them home.
Yes, agreed.
I don't care what y'all sit here and try to get us to believe in our heart. But these NBA players and professionals are living. I'm gonna let you go. And living into a whole different society.
Let me say something. When you see interracial, and I live in the capital of interracial, the white girls do their research on brothers. When I say they do their research, they know their whole game. They're watching them in college. I'm telling you, I see this up firsthand as a college athlete from D1. They follow you from college all the way through. Matter of fact, they trying to lock you down in college. And sisters be like, oh man, they'll try to wait until you got money to come at you. But with a white girl, she with you while you developing, and that's why you see a lot of brothers with white girls, because the white girl does her research early in the game. She in the game before the tip off. She right there. She right there on the practice court with the brother. Whereas sister, they want a brother, a knight and charmer, a king to come in, swoop them up, and do all that. That ain't happening no more. These white girls is doing their research, man. And as far as like sisters with white dudes, they do that because maybe they exhausted all their opportunities with brothers, and so then they go the other way. It ain't like they make this choice off the bat, because Serena dated a lot of brothers. I don't know about Venus, but Serena dated, like, she dated Common, she dated ball players, she dated a lot of brothers. And so maybe her relationships with the brothers wasn't good or whatever, and so she decided to go the other way. But here's the thing, Venus, I don't know about Venus. Venus has always been private about her relationships as far as I'm concerned. Well, she's tall, she got long legs, you know what I mean? She looks a little bit like Harriet Tubman, don't tell nobody, but...
Yes, she do!
Hey, look, listen. And to that point, KJ, that's kind of what I was saying, is these two girls, let's not forget, are from Oakland. I think Oakland, California. If I'm not correct, they're both from Oakland. Compton, excuse me. Okay, so they're from Compton, which is blacker than black, by the way. So what I'm saying is, it is blacker than black. No, the Compton is like that. Compton is one of those cities where you're gonna go into Compton and it's gonna be, you're gonna see all of us. You're gonna see all of us, or you're gonna see Mexicans. But white people they're gonna be the underlier. You're gonna see them, they're gonna be the minority in Compton. So what I'm saying is, I think what happened, and I may be wrong, but this is my assertion, is that if we're being honest, for a very, very long time, Serena was considered, well, excuse me, not Serena, but Venus was considered the ugly duckling. A lot of people was talking about how much she looked like her daddy. You know what I'm saying? And if you've seen her daddy, that's all I'm gonna say. So just like her daddy. So there was that, and I think there was a lot of black men that kind of leaned into that notion that she ain't all that. Like with Serena was thicker than thick, thicker than a Snicker. Everybody saw her out there like, God dang. You could not watch a Serena match and not say, God damn, at least 10 times. You're gonna say it. You're gonna say, because when she was wearing, that was when that booty was so healthy that it had a mind of its own. If she went left, that booty was going right, and there's no question about it. You know what I'm saying? So there was a little bit of an allure about Serena that wasn't there for Venus, and that's why we're over here like, I don't remember Venus dating nobody, because publicly we don't know. I'm not saying she didn't, but I'm saying publicly, if it wasn't a brother dating her, he wasn't out and about posting pictures and shit and bigging up his queen. So, here she is as the I think Venus is the older sister, if I'm not mistaken. But here Venus is seeing her younger sister married, happy, with kids, with a white man.
Well,
why not try
it? Just
why not try it? That's all I'm saying.
If I'm not mistaken, Venus was married first. Okay.
To who?
To a white man. All right.
Oh, she was already married to a white man. Oh, okay.
And has kids with this white man. This is when Venus was doing all of her. Venus was doing all of the frolicking amidst the industries, and again, I'm not saying that to disparage her. Let me just say she was single at the time. Let me say it like that. I'm not trying to make it seem like women should be able to explore and do everything they want to. Now, I think amidst this time, after the Drakes, the public fallouts with Common, the issues between Drake and now Kendrick, and I think when you get swept off your feet by a rich white billionaire that gives you the option of whether or not you'd like to work, same way that Eve did, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
I mean, 100%. Look, it is single heterosexual niggas on this panel that would say yes to a white man, to a white man that's gonna tell the nigga like nigga, what? Yes, sir, I do.
I do. And I ain't gotta give you no booty. All right.
No booty. So y'all gotta hold hands. You talking about no booty. Y'all gotta hold hands. Y'all gotta hug up. Y'all gotta cuddle at night.
$1 billion.
West Wing.
$1 billion. Y'all niggas are cuddling. That's what you said. Y'all cuddling like to go sleep.
A little bit for $1 billion, my nigga.
You gonna let him put his dick print against your butt. These are nasty. Y'all some gamer.
As long as he ain't trying to give up no dick, I'm good. As long as he I don't watch just no dick.
He rubbing his hard ass dick against your back while you going to sleep. You got me fucked up
right here, man. You know what I'm saying? We not, no dick involved. But yeah, so
you might as well go all the way.
I think from now on, we should call Dick Richard. It'd be like No Richard. I don't want no Richard. Like from now on, no Richard. Don't bring me no Richard. I'm not into Richard.
My Richard didn't get hard, bro. The Richard won't work like it used to.
Richard.
When I was young Richard, that's the extinguished, the gentleman dick. You know what I'm saying? That's the dick that go into the palace with the queen and shit.
I have no control of these dudes. None whatsoever. Once they get their mind set on whatever it's set on, they're gone. There's no coming back. There's no coming back.
Well, listen, I'll say this.
What you mean? No, what do you mean? There's no coming back?
He's talking about when the white man
y'all want us to say the word, and we're not gonna say the word because we say the word.
You saying there's no coming back from a rich white man?
Oh hell no! I ain't say that. I ain't say that because I ain't going. Hey, listen. Everybody had thought of their limit. Every man, every woman, what's their limit? What would you really do for money? How much money would it take to do this? It's not enough to be. Now with a woman, that's a different story. With a woman, I'm thinking in my head, if with a woman, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to keep that billionaire, whoever she is, happy as shit. But a man, that tell me that night he gonna want me to prove my billionaire love to him, and it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. He gonna that night. Y'all think it's a game? You think these motherfuckers giving you? Oh, you gonna come be with me, and you gonna cuddle? Ty, you gonna be your ass gonna be as red as for real. Because they gonna go Indian.
First of all,
no. Don't put a picture up there now. Don't put a picture up there now.
Solo.
He was back there going. He was back there going. So we can cuddle for a billionaire. You and Vince, you know that. You see, KJ said shit.
Yo,
he left that conversation. Soon as y'all started saying
he was joking, but the fact that you have went so deep into finding out what it is, what's the number? I'll ask you, what is your number, Solo?
There is no number. That was my whole point.
How much money?
No number.
How much money will it take for you to let that man put his dick print on your body?
Hell no. Hell no.
Listen, I'm thinking you look about $500 million. About $500 million.
Your goddamn mind.
Oh, that man can rub that print all over your ass, nigga, for $500 million, nigga.
Hell no.
Hey, stop, Solo. Listen, Solo.
Hey, listen. You talking to the dude? You talking to a dude who really in his heart telling you the straight up truth. Ain't a dollar on cents to make me ever even dream of something like that. And I thought in my mind, I said, what would I do for a Klondike bar? And nothing I would do for $1 billion Klondike bar. Nothing I would do, because I don't listen. Let me say, I can't imagine a nigga rolling up talking about cuddling up with me, nigga. You done lost my guy. Boy, you done lost my mind. I got son 17. I got son 20-something, 30 years old. I don't hug them niggas too long. So I keep it 100. I don't play around. Nigga, you got me fucked up. I don't care how cold it is outside. I be a frozen motherfucker. Because all you niggas can huddle up and kill over here. Solo, it's warm over here. Fuck all y'all. I'm dying over here. When they find me, I'll be by myself so they know I was a single male that went all out. Because I have a phobia to the 18th power, worse than anything you have ever seen in your whole entire life. I do not. Let me tell you, it started when I watched the movie, what is a movie called, it was a game movie. And I forgot what it's called. American Me. Yeah, it was called American Me. And they just took this white boy. I was all in the movie. I said, what the fuck? What are they doing?
I remember that.
They raped the dude. Ever since then, swallowing sweat of myself. Two things that would happen to me. One, I ain't gonna go in the cell without shutting the door behind me. If I go to prison, I always close my door. I don't know how many niggas don't do that. I shut my own door every time.
always close my
door. Shut my door. Shut my door, man. I call it in. Shut my door. Why? Because if you ain't coming in there taking advantage of Solo, it ain't gonna happen. Two, last important thing.
You gotta go.
I'll say this.
Hold on,
you gotta go, Jay. All right.
Yeah, I gotta go pretty quick. But hold on, before I go, I want to say this, Solo. If you go to jail, you go be in there with somebody. Because I've worked in a jail before as a CO.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna be locked up by yourself.
Yeah.
You're going to be in there with somebody who might want to put a dick print on your forehead.
Yeah, they probably will try. They probably will try. And all that is true, these things. But I can promise you this. Hey, I can promise you this. It's an old
You better have some comeback skills.
I'm going to come out of prison.
You go to jail.
I'm going to come out of prison with big breath because I'm going to bite a nigga dick off if he try to get sleep with me. I'm going to go gangster. With the new teeth.
This shit took a dark turn, man.
It did.
It took a real fucking dark turn. I don't know how it took a dark turn and how we got to this.
I think the Hall of Fame. That's all.
I think the three of us, besides Solo, strictly pussy.
Yeah, we know Solo all about that riches.
I gotta go, but this shit took a real fucking dark turn. Solo. What the fuck you was thinking?
Hey, Jay, you supposed to be my homie.
Homie, what the fuck is you talking about, man?
I'm gonna shut the door.
Hey, I'm gonna happen, man. We be like,
okay, all right. Before you leave,
what's your price? Meet you every now and then. The echo.
What's your price?
I don't fuck around like that. I've been married for 20 years, man.
What I'm saying, the question was, did we have a price? I don't have no price.
Let me say this. If I'm gonna fuck around, it's gonna be with a bitch. I need a team player. Somebody that's gonna take care of me and my wife. But other than that, I ain't fucking around. I don't know nothing about nobody dick but mine. That's all I know.
Oh,
you know. So I'll do a threesome with the Williams sister. I'll tell you that. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, he said a threesome with the Williams sister. That means his wife ain't gonna do that.
Man, I got these guys waiting.
Hey, we appreciate you coming through, KJ. We appreciate you
again, man. Let's do it again. Let's do this again, man.
That's your friend. That's how he is, man. You know how it is. All right, but hopefully maybe I go ahead and start having you every now and then. That is KJXCOX. Ball player still beats his son every day in basketball, or at least every week, or something like that. I think he's
something like that.
But anyway, yeah. Solo, what the fuck? You
Solo took that and rolled with that in the whole direction. In the whole direction with that.
I'm gonna fight his dick off. Like, damn. Can we just start with keeping the door shut first? Like,
I mean, at least the 500 million. I was at least, you know. At least I was look. I told you a nigga give you 500 million to be your, and you rather go into jail and buy the nigga dick off for free.
I said that's funny as shit. By the way, that's hilarious. He said you rather go to jail,
buy the nigga dick off for free.
Dick off for free.
Solo said, every time I go to jail, I close my door behind. I trap myself in the cell with the nigga every night. Every time I go,
I let nigga know what it is, nigga. What it is up in here, you know. I close that door behind me. Anyway.
Oh man, that's funny.
Wow, that is hilarious.
You rather go to jail and bite a nigga dick off for free, and then get the $1 billion.
Man, we went to this is what happens on Comedy Sports Bar. We sometimes
this is why I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Absolutely nothing to do with sports. I will say this because I do want to wrap up baseball real quick. And one of the things that I wanted to discuss today about baseball is the standings. Is after the All-Star. Because absolutely, because there's been a lot of shakeup in the standings in regards to who now has the best record in the league as opposed to who doesn't. And right now, surprisingly to maybe Vince, not me, because I did call them out prior to the season starting. But those Milwaukee Brewers have the best record in Major League Baseball right now. They're playing some of the best baseball. And it's very good for them because right on their heels is, I would call, probably the hottest team in baseball right now, which is the Chicago Cubs. They are right on the heels of the Milwaukee Brewers. That division right now is looking a lot more competitive than it maybe was at the earlier part of the season. You now have 3 teams within that division that all have winning records. Cincinnati also being one of those teams that who is it? St. Louis under them? They got a winning record?
Yeah, we over 500.
Well, like a game?
2 games, but I mean, shoot, that's a winning record.
All right,
I mean,
but you're right. You're right. No, you're right. I don't want to, take shots at your team. I know you're glad to have those wins. But yes, but right now,
but in closing,
always a shot. It's always going to be a shot at it. But right now we do have the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs playing some of their best baseball. Detroit is still at the top of their division. The Dodgers are still at the top of their division. And then you have teams like the Yankees, who were playing better baseball towards the beginning of the season, but have been on a skid, and it might not get any better anytime soon because their star player, Aaron Judge, is currently on IL, I believe. I don't know if the X-rays have come back yet. I think they were due to have the X-rays. I haven't heard what the X-rays came out with, but depending on what that outcome is, that could determine whether or not the Yankees make the playoffs. Yes. Vince said this at the beginning of the year that the Yankees might not make the playoffs. I still believe the Yankees will make the playoffs.
Yeah, because I know they're gonna make the playoffs.
But their journey to the playoffs will be rougher without Aaron Judge. Without Aaron Judge, it's going to be very, very rough. That is I almost want to say that division is one of the most competitive divisions in baseball right now. Like you have, I think, because right now the Blue Jays are clear front runners, but then it's all the teams behind them. You got the Yankees, you got the Orioles, you have the Boston Red Sox,
the Rays.
You have the Rays, you have that's it. I think in that particular division. And I think they're like the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox and the Yankees, I think, are like one game apart. I think. I'm pretty sure that I think, who is it? The Red Sox are right behind the Yankees with one game back of the Yankees. And so it's becoming it's starting to become very competitive, and also just kind of eye-opening as far as who's making a push for the playoffs at this point. The Mets, we haven't spoken about the Mets. The Mets are back to playing some really, really good baseball right now. Also with one of the top records in the league, also at the top of their division. But also in a close race with the Phillies, as we thought and as we expected. I think who am I leaving out right now? The Mariners and the Astros. The Mariners and the Astros. The Astros are in ahead in the American League West, but only by 3 games. The Mariners, I think they lost the last few games. I think they're 5-5 in this last 10-game stretch. Let me see. Anybody I'm leaving off the list that I haven't spoke about that you think we talk about?
Well, I think that there's been kind of well, first of all, the trade deadline is upon us. All right, so that's a big deal. We saw Seth Lugo get locked down by the Royals. We see that they just sent Josh Naylor from the Diamondbacks to Seattle. So now Seattle has a solid first baseman. They started the season with Rowdy Tellez. Tellez is gone now. They got Josh. Josh, I think, is going to give. He already hit a home run. All right, he's only been there for a week. And so I think that that's going to have an impact on their at-bats now, especially since Cal Raleigh is now basically a new face of baseball. And they're going to continue to try to keep that momentum. I'm surprised you didn't talk about the Marlins in that they were on like a hellified winning streak. Now they ran into the Cardinals yesterday, kind of put an end to the streak, but they actually started to show themselves as a potential threat, even though they haven't necessarily made it up to 500 yet. They're giving the fits. They won I think 10 in a row, 9-10 in a row. Who? The
Marlins?
The Marlins. Yeah,
the Marlins in the last 10 games have won 6 out of 4 games.
Yeah, the last 10. But
not 6 out of 4, but 6 out of 10 games.
It was 6 out of the last 10 games. Yes, but before they started losing, like I said, because the last a couple games they had, they weren't even a contender, and now they might even present themselves as a wild card. Here's the things that I don't
know about that one, Vinny, because like with where they're sitting at in the National League East, they're sitting in third. They're 11 games back of first place, and I don't see a way that they wind up getting in with the Cubs, the Brewers, and the Reds all having better records, and the Dodgers, the Padres, and the Giants all having better records. The Giants slightly better than the Marlins. But
the point I'm not trying to make the Marlins a World Series contender. My point is that before they were not even looked at as somebody that on the map on your schedule you even be concerned about. Now it's like, okay, they starting to show a little thing. Sandy's finally starting to show it. Cabrera's starting to show that he can actually be and if these folks don't get put off on the trading block, then their team could actually be, they could be over 500 by the end of this season, is all I'm saying. But not a playoff team. I'm just saying that they are in the running at bare minimum for a wild card, which before they weren't even in the running for a winning season. The big thing, I ain't gonna lie, is Cleveland. Two players now suspended under investigation for gambling. Ortiz and Class A.
Big hit.
And Class A was about to get the big bag when he was probably about to get traded. Cleveland is stuck in baseball purgatory, I feel like. With Jose Ramirez, with Stephen Kwan, they got a good team, but they cannot keep everybody hot at the same time, or even healthy at the same time, or on the field without being suspended. 2 pitchers in the world. Now, I wanted to ask y'all about this because I'm not a big bettor. I'm not a big gambler. All right. I don't know if y'all gamble. Solo, you gamble?
No, yes. Yeah.
No, yes, yeah. All right.
Which one of those answers was for me?
But both of them was for you. I gamble with certain things. Certain things I'm gambling with it, and certain things I don't. So no.
All right, so you gamble on sports?
No.
Okay. All right. What
Solo only gambles with his life.
With his dick.
Hey, I knew we were going back to this man. This man had done it all. And got y'all to talk about penises for 2.5 hours, and y'all ain't gonna stop. Y'all been talking about baseball and balls for 2 hours. Ty said at 11:45 he was closing. I'm gonna close the baseball. Nigga, it's 12:14. It's 12:14. He ain't closed nothing because he's still playing with balls and dicks.
Oh, this
You know what I'm saying?
I hope this day right here that y'all get all the balls and dicks out of y'all system.
I'm gonna bite it off because I'm a gangster.
Hey, I thought I had took it to the limit. I thought I took it to the top. But you Negroes gonna take it all the way to church.
Anyway, so Emmanuel Clase is now on the hot seat because he is evidently, now this is the part that I'm curious about. Like you say you don't gamble solo. I haven't, but I am interested. I'm intrigued. In fact, I got a text from somebody this week, last week, that said, and this was the highest of compliments, I ain't gonna lie, that said that they started listening to me talk about baseball and started gambling, and they've been winning. That's the highest compliment of all.
But how? Because you haven't said anything that you ain't said like this week. I think so and so gonna win this game because it's a game every other day. So
because it's not because
you're analytic.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Solo. So in the world of gambling right now, as far as I understand, and even though I haven't been immersed in it yet, and though I hope to be, because I hope maybe I get sponsorship, FanDuel, hallelujah, what's going on? DraftKings, holla at your boy. But it's not always about what team beats what team. Sometimes it's just, will this pitcher pitch this many innings? Will this player get this many hits? You know what I'm saying? Like it's not always, there's a lot of prop bets and just bets that don't go. It's not like it, like when we was coming up, it's like, yo, the Raiders gonna beat the Seahawks. We like, how much you got on it? But now it's like, well, are the Raiders gonna kick the ball off? And when they do, will the first kick be past the 20-yard line? Like, there's so many so many intricate like bets within bets that it's now taking on a whole system of its own. But this is the part where it gets tricky to me, Ty and Solo. So now you can be, I feel like, possibly investigated for unintentionally being bet influential. And let me say what I mean by that. So we all know Pete Rose was kicked out of baseball. It was banned from baseball. Okay, which is not a thing. You don't own the sport. You know what I'm saying? Like for life.
For life and death.
They consider him for maybe being up for a Hall of Fame ballot after dying last year. So like that's how serious. And why is it that they're so serious about it? For those who are unaware, it's specifically because of the Chicago Black Sox scandal that happened earlier on in the collectively, this is what I like in my head. That's what everybody does whenever I start talking baseball in my mind. Like, that's what I feel like whenever I start talking like baseball. Exactly what Solo's doing is what everybody does, which is why I'm like, oh my God, I need to find
after 2 hours, 3 hours. Hey,
your boy was on here. Your boy was on here for an hour, and you
go back to Dick's.
All right. So this is not a safe space for me, the founder of a program, to talk about a sport that I love. All right, clear. Message taken. Anyway, so the betting that happened with the Chicago Black Sox, it landed these dudes in court. All right. In fact, one of the dudes that's up eligible for being on the Hall of Fame now also is Charlie. Fuck, I forget his name, but shoestring some weird name. Look it up. But 9 of the players on the White Sox, they called on the Black Sox afterwards, they all took bribes from the gamblers, and they threw their game. They threw like a World Series game. All right. And once it was made public, they lost their base, and people stopped going to baseball games because they're like, we don't know if it's real. It's wrestling now. Finally, Babe Ruth comes into play and brings the interest of baseball back because he's hitting a lot of home runs. It took a long time to get over that scandal. Baseball it lost its allure. So they don't ever want to go there. So they're really strict about it. So fast forward to 2025. Gambling is no longer looked at as a pariah. Now it's a part of the baseball industrial complex. Now you have DraftKings, you have FanDuel, you have all these places that you can bet. But if I'm a pitcher, right? If I'm talking to my homeboy on the phone, right? And my boy is we just chatting. And he's like, yo, you out there killing it. And I'm like, yeah, man, you know, I ain't really kill it like I wanted to yesterday. You know what? Tomorrow, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm coming out the gate with the fastball.
Are you talking about Charlie Shoemaker?
Charlie Shoemaker, yeah, I think black, what's his name? Charlie. He had his nickname, Charlie something.
Shoestring Charlie.
Shoestring, yep, Shoestring Charlie. Yeah. So yeah, this dude, he was one of the, it was 9 of them. And yeah, all these white boys they got caught up in the law. They made a whole new commissioner role out of it. It was a whole thing. But anyway, so now if I'm a pitcher, I say, yo, tomorrow I'm coming, my first pitch. Yeah, when I play these motherfuckers, I gotta hit him with the slider off rip. Cause like the fastball was killing me yesterday. Now I, as a bettor, as a gambler, as a homie, I go and bet that the first pitch for my homeboy will be a slider tomorrow. That pitch ends up being a slider. I win hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now I'm being investigated. You know what I'm saying? Because I may have potentially influenced some sort of. Now that's a thing. That like,
yeah, that's different.
Can you really prove that happened for real? For real? You know, but, I mean,
let me interject.
It's not like blue chips.
No, let me interject. First of all, gambling is so big in everything. Just you saying what you saying shouldn't be a factor. It's like nonsense, but yet real. I look at it like this. From what normal podcast guys talk about sports, they all talk about who they think, who they want, and who they think gonna win the game and for how much. As for what they bet on for any and everything, I'll give you an example. There was a movie with Will Smith, and I forgot the girl, was a white girl in it, and they was gamblers and they was making bets.
Oh, you talking about where they was stealing shit.
Yeah. The Chinese dude sitting behind him, he knew he would bet on anything. So they started betting. They went from a regular bet to just anything they could think of. The girl going down the steps, 6 guys were going to look at her butt. You know what I'm saying? And they bet it. I don't know how much it was. It was betting some mad money. My point of it is this. You're right, Vince. They're going to find a million things to bet other than the game and other than the score and how far. They betting on, is the dude going to play? How many innings he going to play? If they going to take him out? They betting on all that. They betting on how much sweat he got on his forehead.
Right.
That's how they bet.
That's the world now. Like, it's no longer just who's gonna win the game. All right, I bet you that the Cardinals gonna beat the Cubs. It's like, well, how many pitches will Shohei Ohtani pitch more than 3 innings? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of thing. So if I'm a baseball player, it's like I can't even mention especially as a pitcher, I can't even mention my day-to-day activity or my plans as it pertains to baseball because it could potentially land me in an investigation. Like, that's what's going on with Luis Ortiz. They looked at specific pitches. What happens is these apps they spike when they got to pay out too much money. They're like, hold on, why we got to pay out all this money? You know what I'm saying? Luis Ortiz? Yo, hold on. How did he know? How did everybody know that he was about to throw this all the way to the left into the dirt like this in the 4th inning? And you know, like how we end up having to pay so much? That's what I think happens. The companies are like, whoa, way too much money being bet and won on this. What happened? Let's investigate because we don't have to pay all this out. We'd rather get this dude in. Like, I suspect, Ty, that regardless of what happens, Luis Ortiz and Emmanuel Clase will not get an apology if they come out of this completely scot-free clean. That they will go, okay, nothing to see here. Doesn't happen. But they will be looked at as potential suspects for the rest of their careers.
And that's the problem. And that's the real problem that you're really talking about right now, is because and just so you know, just for clarification, what you're referring to are called prop bets. Prop bets are basically bets that you make on anything that happens within the game. So it's not you necessarily making a bet on the Indians will beat the the Yankees or so it's more like oh, in the second inning, what you described, like, in the second inning, such and such will throw this pitch to, what I'm saying, or Aaron Judge will go 3 for 4 with 3 home runs, whatever the case may be. Those are all prop bets. Those are legitimate bets. But those bets pay out more because it's you're betting on individual stats and probability and stuff like that. So it makes sense. Now, to your point, once you've been accused, and this is the world we live in, this is the country we live in, the accusation can be more it can be more defaming than the actual truth of it. So like, just the fact that these two individuals are now being subjected to this type of investigation or investigatory practices, the fact that they're going through this now puts a blemish on their legacy. And so now, whenever something happens, now guess what? You're guilty by association. You're not even, and the sad part is they're not doing anything wrong. They're just part of this because, like you said, these betting organizations are now having to pay out more money than they expected to. So someone has to answer, because we can't have this weaponized behavior, which it's so crazy, but this weaponized behavior that affects the machine being the betting or a betting organization. So you cannot have us being in the negative for betting. We only make money when you lose. You know what I'm saying? So this is sad that they're the ones that are being sacrificed. They're the sacrificial lambs in this case. And it's sad that those two players are going through this. Now, flip side of this, we also live in a country where if you feel as though your reputation has been tarnished unjustifiably, you can sue. It's called defamation of character. So if they at some point come out of this squeaky clean, but feel like it has affected their legacy and tarnished their legacy, then if somebody in their camp is smart enough, you go right back at the machine, and you go sue the machine for this investigation that has no merit, really, if you think about it.
Yeah, because they ain't doing the white people like that.
No. When it comes to money, there's no color. There's no color. If this was Tariq Schoolball, they was like they don't give a fuck about that money. That's it. The only is green.
But you are on to something, Solo, in that this I think this, to me, Ty, this feels like Luis Ortiz got brought some chicken in 48 hours in the testify, and he snitched. This feels like some classic snitch tactics. How Luis Ortiz get pulled in? You know what I'm saying? He's under investigation. All of a sudden, a month later, I'm pulled in. Like, oh, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, how good was the chicken, my nigga? How long did they keep you awake? You know, because like, why is you snitching? How much you like? It's hard for me to see them just being like, yeah, because why wouldn't they get them both at the same time if they had something on them both at the same time? This says to me like, and he probably dry snitching. Listen, it wasn't me. You know, somebody else. I can't say who, but somebody in the thing. You know, they also.
You racist. You racist.
Why? How am I racist, bro? This doesn't make sense.
That's a horrible Spanish. That's a horrible Spanish accent.
Oh my God! You speak English, nigga. I know you ain't talking, nigga. Whatever, bro. Hey, go get the. I'm having a heart attack. Get the defibrillator.
It's right. You have a horrible. You can't do a Latin accent. No.
Whatever. I speak Spanish, but yeah, I Ty. Am I tripping, man? This reeks to me of, look, if you're not the one we're really after, You know what I'm saying? Like this.
But a manual class A, like they're after a manual class A though. At least wait till he signed the deal. I mean, like that, like it's just giving like it don't. You're right. It does feel like somebody, you know, threatened them to throw him in a cell with
Tyrone.
Solo. It's like look, we got a nigga that'll bite your dick off right now. Right now, nigga. Like you better tell us everything. He's like, no, bite my dick off. No. Like,
please.
So
I should be given a shank anytime I step into a room when it's in the gym. I should be giving one like in my property. Like everything they give me, the shoes, and right on top of it is a shank. And a real shank. Cause you seen the shanks of today's criminals in jail? How do you hide a shank this long? Big shanks. Y'all gotta see that shit. It's crazy.
Carefully. But yeah, this is one of those things, man. Again, that I feel like this is a reach. And again, if anybody and maybe somebody, you know, from his camp is watching our show right now, who knows? But if you are, I would suggest letting this all play out. And then after it plays out and Emmanuel Clase, your client, is basically excused from all of these alleged schemes that he's devised by throwing the slider in the first, you know, whatever the case may be, to go and get at those same institutions. I mean, like don't let somebody come and say something about you. We live in a world right now where you can say certain stuff, but certain stuff you can't say. If you start talking about my character and you know, questioning these things, you can question them, but you can't make an allegation without any merit. And I think that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're making an allegation without any merit. So what? Because he threw threw a slider or whatever the case may be. Now, flip side of that, Vince, if there was a prop line and he checked every prop line box, then maybe. You know what I'm saying? If this is all player prop line and he hit every box, then I would be like, this is not something that's just gonna happen. Yeah. This is something staged. And now then I support the gambling investigation. But come on, man.
Let me do this then. Let me do this. So this is not just coming out the woodwork. There is evidence to support what is being claimed. And here are the pitches. There are some of the pitches that they're saying were questionable. And evidently these are some of the ones that had high payouts. So let's just kind of take a look at this. And I'll read the header for you. It says Emmanuel Clase. Well, hey, look, I'll tell you what, we'll just go ahead and put it up here, bro. It says Emmanuel Clase has thrown 22 pitches this season with a 0-0 count, bases empty outside the game day strike zone. So basically, like, this is abnormal. This combo got rolling because of the Luis L. Ortiz situation. I have zero info on whether this in base is tied to the same market. Getting a lot of it's hard to throw 100 miles per hour replies, sure. So just, I guess, check it out.
That slider in the dirt. That looks like a slider outside.
Inside.
What are they trying to say?
Oh,
yeah. What are they trying to say?
That looked like a high fastball inside.
Yeah. If it was all in the same game,
that's another slider. That's another slider in the dirt and to the inside. So what am I?
Yeah, what are you watching?
Well, the allegation, I guess, the allegation is that before this season, this type of pitch from him was not to be expected, and all of a sudden, on specific, hold on, let's check this one out. Like
a lot of balls in the dirt.
This is atypical of Emmanuel Clase, especially if you go and then look at these bets.
So what I'm saying? Oh, you talking about it co-in-line with the bets that he made?
Well, well, really, what they're saying is he's doing something outside of the scouting report, and that's what I'm hearing. Like, so he's not doing what he typically does, and so yeah. Go ahead.
Let me read this comment. This is from, it says, now just for if there's anybody listening, this is not to substantiate any claims. It's just add fuel to the fire of this, media sphere that has a lot of this information in it. So this is a comment from someone in the comment section on this post. It says, I watch a lot of Guardians games, and he's been prone to leaving hanging 90 miles an hour meat in the middle of the zone. Not all the time, but enough that you notice and think, what the fuck was that? Especially after last year's domination. Figured it was just an off year. Maybe now we have a reason. Okay, but like the breaking balls in the dirt is kind of valid. First pitch breaking balls tend to slip from your fingers and are meant to beat the batter down 0-1, not for Class A. Now this is where I feel like it'd be very difficult to really make it something where you can charge them or actually state how do you prove for a fact that he did this? How do you prove without a shadow of a doubt? Like, I get jerks in profile. You piss dirty, you piss dirty. Nah, oh, you didn't know. Okay, well, now you know. No playoffs for you. But how can you prove that somebody pitched a certain pitch especially for a gambling ring that they might not even be associated with, that they don't get no money for? There's
only one way. There's only one way, bro. And that has to be some sort of
context, like text.
Yep, that has to be some text messages or emails that have him stating, "I'm going to, okay, yo, I'm gonna need you to do this. Okay, I got you." It's got to be some confirmation like that, and that's the only way you're going to be able to submit a actual collusion happening. There's no. That's why I said right now this is a purely an accusation that he is going through a gambling investigation based on an accusation. And that's why I'm saying there's no way to prove without any context that he's doing that. And so again, if you are a lawyer in his camp, if you are an agent in his camp, you have the right to defend your client's legacy. So if this comes back and they're like, we weren't able to prove anything, sue the shit out of them.
Oh yeah,
that's what anybody would do. It's called defamation of character. You could not prove these things that you allege my client did. So now you have to pay for the accusations you made against my client publicly, because now there are articles that are basing him to be part of some type of collusion in baseball. And we know how seriously baseball takes collusion and gambling. So that is not something that you want to have your name associated with.
Oh, it gets worse. And they can even say, Ty, and this deprived my client of hundreds of millions of dollars because it happened at the brink of a trade deadline, a very, very significant 100%. Trade deadline that was at the end of my client's contract with said team. And all of a sudden this breaks out and then you find nothing and we're supposed to just walk away with your apology. Fuck that. You owe us my potential contract. I could see it. And I'm here to see where this goes. However, I ain't gonna lie to you, Ty. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think that they would suspend this dude with pay and be willing to put this statement out there and make it public if they didn't have some substantial evidence. I don't know what that is, but I know whatever we talk about.
Testimony. That's what they got. They got Luis in a room with a bucket of chicken talking about
Luis. You sitting there? Was it were me? It were somebody else.
Emmanuel called me on the phone.
Yeah.
He said to me, he said to me, you see tomorrow's prophets? I was like, yeah, I see the prophets. Okay. I'm gonna need a slider from you. First, and then third inning, I'm going to need to strike out whoever. Okay. Listen. If you do this right, then make millions.
Yo, I believe it. I literally.
So that's who's.
I really believe it. I literally
that's the
do
state's
believe
witness. That's the state's witness. Now the problem with that is, Luis told everything for a bucket of chicken. We can't trust that nigga. He told everything for a bucket of chicken. So his shit. Soon as the judge hears, so did anybody coerce you to make this statement? Well, they offered me some chicken, Your Honor. They was some really good chicken.
Yo, Solo. It's like, imagine Solo. Okay, imagine. You all right? You having
That's my Charleston White.
Oh, that's Charleston White.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh man, Charleston White coming
boy.
for you, bro.
All right, well, hey,
man, I thought we were closing baseball an hour and a half ago.
All right, so that is what's going on. But Solo has got some stuff we want to chat on. So let's go ahead and go down the list of what's that? Who is that? Oh, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Hi. So why don't we take a look at a couple things? Like, Solo, why don't you go ahead and give me your commentary on this? Oops.
Back to baseball. Yeah, I like that dude right there. That's an old school song back in the days. Man.
That's you right there. That's me. That's how it was when I was at Solo House. Whenever I would light stuff up, it's
that's right.
Let's try something.
Sometimes there's a joke that only he can get.
Shoot, boom. All right, so check this out.
Oh,
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw this
art, that was
I didn't think it was
art.
I didn't think it was that impressive, honestly.
What? Bro, she just threw that probably about 50 to 60 yards. That's definitely impressive. That's extremely impressive.
She throws it from the 10.
She throws from the 20. No, it was like
it was the 10.
What was the 10?
Rewind.
All right, let's do it.
Like 10, 15.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Easy measy.
All right.
Freeze.
Yeah. Nah, that's the 20.
She did the 20, the 21,
no,
the 22.
That's a 10. That's the
it's not the 10, man.
Bro, that's the 21 yard line.
Back there.
That's the 21 yard line.
So she did the 20, the 20, 22. All right, and this is
that's about
the 40. So from the
44, 43 yard line.
That is 50 yards.
I just said that.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was a dart.
That's 40 yards.
Well,
from the 20 to the 50 is 30.
Yeah, and then she threw it to the 43.
Actually under 40 yards. Because she was at the 22 and this is before the 40. So it's still impressive.
Well, look, technically that's not how it works. So technically that would be all the way to the throw itself was
or the pass.
The pass itself
when she gets
is to where you're saying, but she so that would have been considered probably a 70 yard touchdown pass. Because after the rack yard, the fact that she was able to throw it the way she did, and with the preciseness,
I can't watch these things.
I can.
All day. Papaya. What I taught you. Damn. Now I want to ask the question. You know what saved him? The rain. That rain saved him. That rain saved him. Had that been full ground, he'd have been really, really down. Rain time. Hey. 1 minute you open, the next minute you close.
Oh man, I mean, wow, that is a legit Mortal Kombat move right there. Like that is some finish him Sub-Zero.
That is some John Bone Jones
Ryu Ken shit, bro. I don't want no part of it. You good? That's boy, that shit. Ain't no money for it.
Yo, dude, say you missed me. No, I didn't. You missed me. No, I didn't.
Yeah, that's the
you missed me. No, I didn't. You missed me. No, I didn't.
I cannot. I'm not watching this shit no more, man.
Because he was confident. When dude's right. Oh man. But look at the dude. He don't even look like he defended him correct. That's real.
It almost don't look real. It almost don't even look real.
It's real.
By the way, I don't think that's LeBron. I don't think that's LeBron.
Yeah,
I don't think that's LeBron.
Hell no.
I don't think either.
No, I think that's hot sauce. I think that's absolutely hot sauce.
Because that move right there did it.
Nah, that's absolutely
did he just put the ball through his legs backwards?
Yes.
Because that is unnecessarily disgusting. That was completely unnecessary. That was disrespectful as fuck. He just put the ball between his legs from the back, bruh. Fuck out of here. And then this shit right here. Explain this move to me, Ty. You a baller. Explain this shit to me. What happens right here? What happened? Did he block the ball or did he?
Nah. So what they do is they fake pass it, right? And you snap the ball to where it rolls back. So I'm doing like a move where I flick the ball like I'm passing it and it flicks up. So they put enough rotation on the ball to where when I throw it, notice the dude turned around because he thought the pass went that way. But instead, you flicked it and the ball goes up in the air. The player's looking this way, ball comes back to you, you finish the move. Watch it one more time. Between the legs, between them other players' legs.
Between his legs.
Yeah, between his legs. Fake ball off your head.
Wow.
Boom. Look, the flick. You saw the flick. It went up in the air. He did absolutely travel. That is one thing about street ball. The travel rules don't apply. Double dribble rules don't apply. There's a lot of rules that don't apply in street ball.
He tried as fuck. It was all good.
This nigga just ran from right here. He grabs the ball. There's no more dribbles. There's no more dribbles. Look. Now technically, I guess technically that's not.
Nah, because he wasn't dribbling up to that. Don't make the 3 steps you get because you making a layup 9. He wasn't dribbling. He stopped dribbling and just started running. He took at least 5 pity pat steps, man. Come on, Solo. He took pity pat steps, brother. No? That's legal?
Let me just say this right now. You see this white boy? You see, this is the shit he dreamed never should happen to himself. That's why he laid on the ground. He's like, it happened. And the white boy said, yeah. He's like, man, get up, man. Don't worry about it. But he's like, no, it really happened. It happened like that. Because he crossed him like Ever Iverson.
Oh, he turned all the way around.
In any gym in America, right? If that happens to you, you have to leave the gym
immediately.
You literally the game stops. You gotta go. You gotta go. Like if that happens to you in the game,
they will clown you for hours.
Oh man, like you gotta go. Like there's like
did you see the dude? Is that his own teammate that was teasing him at the end of it?
Nah.
Hell no. Then that would have been something to see.
That was one of Hot Sauce's teammates.
Okay.
There he goes. He pulled up. Saying
yeah, look at him. Oh man, that's nasty. That was man. That I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Yeah. You just got Richard.
Yo, the front snap. Yo, that's a slap. That's a smite for you. Oh Lord. That's a smite. Yo, that smite is right now he's still, if he hear that, he'll go to sleep. Because that smite, boy, that's the best smite in the world. Hey, listen, if they take away the slap shit and say you gotta take a nigga's kick to the face, if you gotta stand there and take a nigga's kick to the face, look, run that back. Run that beautiful bean footage back. Oh, you don't get that. See why I play. And you don't get us done.
And the reason why we haven't been paying attention to soccer in the motherland and in France, because I know France is a lot of African immigrants that are in France, and they bringing that body with their boy.
So that's the interest. The interest wasn't the one.
Hope solo.
You know what I'm saying?
That would.
Because she got a nice arena going on back there.
They play in rain. It looks like she means.
But the sport itself didn't bring you to this video, did it?
No, absolutely with the sport.
That booty right there brought you to the video.
Well, in my defense, I didn't post it. Ron did.
Ron is what everybody know.
All right, check him out.
Bag. Bounce 1-2. Bro, ain't nothing around there, over there, spun around, his dread shaking. That's insane, bro. Like, tie those dreads up, bro. Bounce 1-2. Hey, Euro took my boy around the world.
Yo, he did cross the shit out of him.
Yo, he went in that Harden bag. Bounce 1-2. Bro, ain't nothing around there, over there, spun around, his dread shaking.
Trying to go get in the car.
That's insane, bro.
You gotta get on. You gotta get on the bench.
Look, he picked up the ball. 1-2. 1-2.
That was smooth.
1, 2, 3.
That is a.
That's 3 steps.
If he came down.
He didn't travel.
Watch this. 1, 2.
It
looked like 3.
1, 2. That's 1, 2. That's 3.
2. And jump step. He good, man.
I gotta see that one more time. Let me see that one more time.
Where's the ball? Where's the ball?
He just
all right. That's 1, 2.
Nope, he did too.
He does too. He does too, bro.
He does too. 1, 2. He does.
Yeah, I guess the move.
It looked like 3.
Now clean. It did look like clean.
I bet the defender was like it was 3. I'm telling you, it was 3 feet.
The nigga did a whole about face, a whole 180. He spun them all the way around. Ty used to be like dirty.
He hey.
Not that dirty. I
teleported.
My game is more just like fundamental, but his like this is the way that they play basketball nowadays is different, bro. Like it's a lot of there's so many like the jump steps, the back, you know what I'm saying, the clear out, like it's a lot of stuff going on, man. Like that right there was a crazy move because I wouldn't have known which pivot foot was his pivot foot. Like it's like shoot, like this nigga just picked up the ball and went to stepping.
I called it.
He picked up the ball and was like boop boop boop.
Come
like,
okay,
good. It was good.
Man, where they get this giant? Look at the hell. Where they get this giant at? Where they get this white boy? Where the hell in the dirt division children? Where the fuck did we get this big ass guy? Are these little kids playing?
Can they recruit out of middle school?
Yeah, they can. You can recruit a player You know,
He's
as
14 years
as soon as you start seeing their talent. But I think there should be a rule that's set forth that if you know, I know there's age requirements in basketball and everything like that, but this is just unfair. This is an unfair. It's not. It doesn't do any justice for that 14-year-old kid who's out there smacking kids' balls who are well under his size. I just think, and you know, and for the kids that are getting their balls smacked all over the place from a 7'4". I could imagine being a little 14-year-old kid playing basketball and coming out there and seeing this dude, and it just turned me off from wanting to play basketball. It would make me be like, this is not even fair to have this dude on here doing what he does, man. I think they should make a rule that if you are this height, that you have to play with dudes that are your height. I don't care if they're older or not. It'll do better for a 14-year-old to play against people his size, so that he doesn't get too caught up in thinking he's nice because you over here, you know, smacking balls of people that are you over here smacking balls of little boys, little kids that are like not even half your size. Like these kids ain't even half his size. That's the crazy part. Like, hey, that's just wild. That is wild business. Yeah, look, he's look at the way he's
you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. You've never used the term smacking balls to talk about basketball before. Like all of a sudden today, we talk about Dick Allen, and now you're talking about if you want these boys to smack balls. Like, yo, man,
a lot of Richard shit going on out here. Like it's like so. I'm just saying, man, that's not fair.
I disagree with you completely. I wholeheartedly disagree with you. I do not think that they should start making people play with people their own height, because that's going to be way too difficult. And it's also averse from it's contrary to reality. Like when if you're trying to go into the NCAA and you want to get in there and get your NIL on, and you want to go to like everybody ain't gonna be your height. There's gonna be a minute ball ass motherfucker on one team. There's gonna be a Yao Ming. There's gonna be you're gonna have to deal with this. Is real life.
You're right. You're right. You're right to a degree, right? What I'm saying is, if you're 7'4" and you're playing with people that are 3'5", 3'6", not even 4 feet tall, that is such a disparaging disadvantage for those players that are not nearly close to you. There's not a balance. There's not it's not balanced at all. What I'm saying is, if he's 7'4" at 14 years old, he should be playing with the 16 and up group. He shouldn't be playing with these little. And why do I say that? Because even at 7'4", he still holds an advantage over those 16 and up groups.
I agree with that.
So that's what I'm saying. And more importantly, he'll develop faster, because one thing I know is you don't get better playing down competition.
True.
You only get better playing upward competition. So at 7'4" and 14 years old, you should absolutely be in the 16U group as opposed to playing with these little kids, because at this part, this is developmental. This is developmental league. All of those kids right there are, look at that. That is so, man. And
do you think that's regulation? Do you think that's regulation?
No.
You think that's a lower rim?
That's a lower rim. No, it's not.
There's no way.
No, it's not. That's illegal. That's.
I mean, if he's 7 feet, that looks like 3 feet over. It looks like 10 feet.
Does it look like 3 feet?
No,
I think he's just enormous. I mean, if you're 7'4", it's gonna look like it's gonna make it look like the. Remember, he's not the normal one on this in the screen.
Yeah, you're right.
The kids are the normal size.
Yeah, you're right.
So
you're right.
I think that's regulation.
I know some pretty tall 14-year-olds. So for him to be doing what he's doing, he should be dominating ass. Get him. Go ahead, homie.
Solo, and I don't think you've talked too much about your playing sports growing up, but I remember, Ty, I know you and I have, with Pop Warner or AAU, you always heard about this one motherfucker, or there's always a team with that freak, right? You know what I'm saying? Like the team might it might be they might be a trash team, but they got that one player. There was a player named Lucius Cooper, and when I was coming up, that freak we saw him. We used to watch tape, and he was a freak of nature. He had like his legs were the size of a body. You know, he's like 14. I mean, we ended up playing him through high school and all that. You know, but we kept eyes on people like this. When I played my little basketball, even though I wasn't that great, I'm gonna keep it real. We had a freak on our team. His name was John Harper, and we recruited him from our church. He played in our YMCA league. All right. He was tall. He was like 6'4". The rest of us were still in puberty. And we were just my dad was our coach. He had this play because in the YMCA they forced you to play man on man. They didn't allow you to play zone. So my dad, the cheating genius he is, no shade, was like, oh well, if they got to play man, if I got the biggest dude on the court, I'm just gonna put all my players in the corner and let my big dude do one-on-one with one-on-one. So we would go down, we would get the ball, I dribble the ball down, and my dad would say, in the end, that was the name of the in the end, and then we would pass the ball to John. We would all run to the corners of the court because they had to guard us.
Which is called that's called 5 out. And basically, yes, that's what you do. Everybody goes to the 3-point line, one in the corner, one on the wing, one in the corner, one on the wing. And then I guess John, who's y'all's star player, just plays isolation basketball. And just, you know what I'm saying? So y'all clear out the hole, and all he does is just go into the lane every time and dominate.
Literally.
And look, there's I have no problems with that. 6'4" is a manageable. What I'm saying is when you're 7'4" at 14, the disparagement is so massive that it doesn't do any. Imagine all of these other developmental young men that come to this game, and every shot you shoot, he's blocking everything. The game's over. He's got 27 blocks, and your team has 4 points on the board. Like that would, as a kid, that would totally fragment my, you know what I'm saying, everything that I'm trying to accomplish. I'd be like, this ain't even fair. I'd leave out of it and not ever want to play that game again.
Does disadvantage only apply for size? Can it also apply for speed or other talents?
No.
Like if somebody's freakishly fast, but they're the same size as you, is it still unfair? If somebody's like freakishly muscular, but the same height?
No. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that's why you have teammates. We can collapse on that dude. You can collapse on a 7'4" dude, but it doesn't matter if we collapse. If all he has to do is hold the ball up here and just shoot it over us whenever we could jump. If I have 4 players surrounding a 7'4" dude and we're all jumping, but the ball is way up here, nobody can reach it, and he's right by the goal, and all he has to do is flick it in every time. That it's unstoppable. That's why Shaquille O'Neal was so dominant. It wasn't just that. It wasn't just that he was skilled. His size and physique he would overpower everybody that you put in front of him, and he was doing that at 14 too. He was tall at 14 too. He had his growth spurt. He was another dude that was on teams being the tallest player on the thing, dunking on everybody. And I get it. Like, I'm just saying at 14 years old, I'm not talking about if this dude was 8, but at 14 years old, he should be playing with the 16 and up. He should have 16.
I'll say this to end on this. Like, based on his height, because anything over 7 feet is just garbage. I mean, that's completely abnormal. And the scariest part about this for me is that he's 14. He may not even be done growing. All right. So he may have a few inches left in his legs to be grown. And so even if he does go play with the 16, 17-year-olds, they're still going to look like this. You know, it's like it's still going to, I mean, the skill level might be better. They might have a better strategy as for how to tackle them. But once you're in that Shaq height, like this is college too. Like you're not going to look at eye to eye level with a lot of people all the time. All right. So it's just kind of how he's. So yes, I agree with you. This does him no
justice.
Because this is basically
look,
him
did you see
playing on
that?
beginner level.
Did you see that when he blocked the shot and he was like, "Oh, like, dude, you're blocking it. Like, come on."
Yeah, like this is the land of the Munchkins. Yeah. Like you don't get credit for being a giant amongst midgets. Yeah. So I agree with you. Like you shouldn't even feel. He should not leave with his head up high, like nigga. Like he should leave like, damn man, why am I still playing with these?
Yo, Vince, did you just see that on the jump ball?
He don't even try.
The other player didn't try. He was like, man, just go ahead, man.
It's like that scene in Blade.
This dude is dunking in the game. He's dunking.
He's literally with 14-year-olds.
Yeah, man. Look at this.
Yeah,
look
man.
at this shit,
man.
Let
me see. I'm interested. You know what? I'm interested actually now. Let me look this dude's name up. Jeremy Goyer. I wonder if this is old.
God. That might be old. He's probably 7'7" right now.
Yeah, you think 7'7"? I mean, maybe he gave it up.
I mean, you said he's 14 years old, man. You know, like boys don't. I mean, some even grow after that, but boys, I don't think stop growing until you're like 18 or 19. And I think you still stop. You still can grow up to like 22 or 23 or 24, something like that.
Yo, so I guess.
Yeah, so he plays for the Canada team.
Well, he did.
Yeah, 7'4".
See, so this is look at him. He's still towering over dudes his own age.
He's not even 14 anymore. How old is this boy now? Because he definitely don't look 14 no more.
Look at these the people his age. Holy shit.
Well, yeah,
that's fuck.
You know. Oh, he is 14. Yeah, see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying about that? You see how many players they got collapsing around him? 1, 2, 3, 4 players. It doesn't matter. The nigga keep the ball up here. You can't do nothing with it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. There's nothing you can do with that. Speed, you can collapse down. You can collapse down on speed. Size like that, there's nothing you can do, bro. Like these games, the scoring has to be so lopsided in these games. Like he's blocking everything. Like and then think about what it does to the other team. After getting your shot blocked, say the 5th, 6th time, you don't even want to shoot no more. You're like, you give up. You're like, I don't want to play defense on this dude. I don't want to shoot near him.
Well, you give up the paint.
You give up everything, is what I'm saying. Like, you give up everything. Like, if this dude is like, he's coming out on the perimeter too. It's not just the paint. From what I saw, he was going out there on the perimeter blocking jump shots. So it's like, damn, we can't get nothing. We can't even stand outside the paint and shoot a jump shot. You blocking all that shit too.
Three. Do you see
and
this? He's hitting
threes? Oh man, come on, man. Come on, man.
Who the fuck?
Look, do you see the parents on the sidelines, nigga? Nigga, they are not even happy. Nobody's rejoicing. Nigga, I know as a parent,
I know damn well that nigga 22.
Yo, hey, listen. You think I wouldn't be as a parent? I would take my son off the court. I would be like, man, get out. You're not gonna be a part of this bullshit. I would walk into the gym and see that motherfucker and be like, come on, son. Nah, we're not playing today. Come on. No,
Oh no.
I'm not gonna subject you to that. Like, yo, like, because I know what that conversation is gonna be like on the ride home. It's gonna be like, Dad, I did everything I could. I tried everything you taught me. Like, nah, son. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do, son. Look at this.
And this is, I think that this is his age range right here.
It is. It's 14U.
Like, so this is the best that they can do in high school. I mean, with regard to matching up him size to size.
Well, no, this probably wouldn't be high school.
This is a week ago.
No, I'm saying the reason I said this is probably not high school is because if at his size he wouldn't be playing JV, he would be playing varsity.
Oh, of course not. Yeah, he's playing varsity.
And what I'm seeing is a whole bunch of little, like that probably is AAU. That's probably AAU. You can look at how the arena is set up. If you notice, there's another court on the other side. If this was a high school game, there wouldn't be a court on the other side of that. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's even worse if it's AAU because they're not going to.
It is AAU. Look at the courts. This is not a high school gym that just has one court. There are multiple courts in this thing. These are tournaments. This is tournament play. So there's more. Look, court right behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
this is not high school. High school would be one court. It would be one court on the thing, not multiple courts. Look, everything he's in has multiple courts. These are all tournament functions. So this is probably AAU. I couldn't see what the name of the team on his jersey is, but I would almost 100%. And then what does that say up there? I was trying to read the sign and see if that said like an AAU plastic or something. But it's probably like a tournament.
Like
it's probably
Future Under Armour.
Yeah. That's a tournament. Yeah. That's AAU. That's definitely AAU.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, this dude is
or whatever they have in team.
Oh,
look,
and you know,
Team Canada.
I think that all of these teams are in Canada.
U16 Team Canada. U16. So instead of AAU, I guess in Canada they have played U16. So that's 16U. So basically that right there was 16-year-olds. So U16 would be like 16U, if that makes sense. So 14U, 16U, you know what I'm saying? Like those would be the 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds. And that's why I've said it would make more sense for him to get better to play with the 16U rather than the 14U. He should have never been on the 14U. They should have bypassed that. Look at that. Yeah, they should have bypassed that immediately. Yeah. That's
a problem.
That's a real. But the disparagement in size is not as evident with those 16U players as it was with those 14U players. It's like, come on, man. Like, yeah, you're still the tallest player on the court, but you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's like we can get a little bit more active with you, but yeah, man, it's great. Oh my gosh, yeah, the athleticism of these young kids is crazy.
Dang,
13 years old. Oh God! What was that? I don't even know what that was. That's like a 180. It's not a 360.
From the free throw line.
360. No, that's not from the free. That's not from the free throw. That's not from
the. I mean, that's shit.
That's not even close to
the free throw line, but damn.
Nah, not even.
Shit, he just did it so easily.
Yeah, he did it in the lane. But still, 13 years old. That's still impressive. Still very impressive. Like do a 180 at 13 years old. Very, very impressive. He also looks extremely tall, by the way. He's 13. He looks like he's about 6'6", 6'7". I don't know.
They built different, man.
Oh man, these kids are
something like that. Oh my, nah, stop playing around, bro. And it kills me, my, to know how much I really love you.
Yeah, that was bad, bro. Is that filet?
Why he violate something like that? Oh my, nah, stop playing around, bro. And it kills me, my, to know how much I really love you.
Yeah, that was bad, bro. That was bad, man.
Yeah, that's pretty ugly. I wouldn't want that to happen to me. That's like face to face.
Oh like, man, I told you when this shit happens in a gym, and most of the gyms in this country, you gotta leave. You gotta go home. Come back tomorrow, and maybe things will be better for you. But today, you gotta go. When you get yammed on like that, and you fall,
what's up, Scott?
You gotta go. You got to go. You gotta go.
Damn. When am I doing another comedy show? I'm doing comedy shows all the time. IG, bro. Stay in touch. Good to see you again, man. Let me see what else we got here, and then we'll go ahead and get on up out of here, man.
Yeah. We lost Solo.
This is the last thing, real quick, actually.
Solo said, "The hell with y'all, we ain't talking."
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know like what. I was about to just give Solo the whole mic.
He wanted to talk some boxing, man.
I don't
know. But listen, but whatever. LeBron's statue out here looking like Abraham James.
Abraham James. Abraham.
Look, Abraham. Yo, they not wrong. They are not wrong. They look like not.
That's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like it. Is this real? Because it looks like AI. Somebody tell me that this. Somebody give me.
Somebody had
to
do
what's the
something.
comment saying? After 100th year in the league, why do they make these statues? That's Braun when he retires in 2045. I'm not sure what's funnier, the meme or the laughter. All right, this is LeBron on Ozempic.
Yo, this is so much, man. But Abraham James. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Well, man, this has been fun ish.
For some of us. For some of us.
This has been time that has been. This has been time. And you've been somebody who watched, and for that, thank you. Listened or whatever. Stay tuned for other projects potentially that may be or may not be more organized or whatever that may be. All right, man. To Solo, who I don't know, who I guess I don't know, is either protesting.
I think he went in the cell and closed the door behind him. I think he went into the safety of his cell again.
He's getting his teeth ready. You think he's to make sure you don't got no. All right, well, whatever, man. Well, I appreciate you pulling up, man. Yeah. I don't. We'll get back with you all on the future of this endeavor. But for now, shout out to the boy CT for making it. Shout out to Manuel Classe. We stand with you until they can prove it.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Dick,
Richard,
and Dave. David, Dick, and Richard, and everybody. And shout out to LeBron James,
Abraham,
and everybody else out there, man, who fuck with us, man. Solo, Black Ron, I don't know, whatever. All right, man. Hey. All right, whatever. That one. I wish the better one to do it.
go ahead.
Nah, this.